Once upon a time, in a small village near a deep green forest, there lived a poor woodcutter. He was a simple and hard-working man who loved his family very much. Every morning before the sun rose, he would pick up his axe and walk into the forest to cut wood. By afternoon, he carried the heavy bundle of wood to the city market and sold it. With the little money he earned, he bought food for his children and took care of his family. Life was not easy for the woodcutter. Some days he earned enough money, and some days he did not. But he never complained because he believed that honest work always brings blessings. His children respected him because he taught them to be kind, patient, and hard-working. One day, as usual, the woodcutter went deep into the forest to cut wood. The forest was very quiet that morning. Birds were singing in the trees, and the wind was gently moving the leaves. While the woodcutter was cutting a tree branch, he suddenly heard a loud but weak roar. The sound made him freeze in fear. He slowly turned around and looked toward the bushes. There, lying on the ground, was a huge lion. The lion was the king of the jungle, strong and powerful, but this time he looked weak and injured. One of his legs was hurt, and he seemed to be in great pain. The woodcutter's heart started beating very fast. At first, he thought about running away as quickly as possible, but when he looked closely at the lion, he saw that the animal was suffering and could barely move. The woodcutter felt pity for the lion, but at the same time, another thought came into his mind. He said to himself, "If I capture this lion and take him to the city, people will pay money to see the king of the jungle. I could earn a lot of money. My family would never be poor again." This thought filled his mind with greed. The woodcutter went back home that day with a plan in his mind. All night he worked hard cutting wood and building a strong wooden cage. It took him many hours, but by morning he had finished it. The cage was heavy and strong enough to hold even a powerful lion. The next day, he took the wooden cage deep into the forest. The lion was still lying there, weak and tired. The woodcutter carefully placed the cage near the lion and used his cleverness to trap the animal inside. Because the lion was injured and weak, he could not fight back. Soon, the lion was locked inside the wooden cage. The woodcutter felt proud of himself. He thought his problems were finally over. He believed he would soon become rich. For a few days, the lion remained inside the cage. During this time, his legs slowly started healing. The lion became stronger day by day. However, he was very unhappy because he was trapped and could not move freely. One day, the lion looked at the woodcutter with sad eyes and spoke in a calm voice. "Woodcutter, I am the king of this forest. I belong in the wild, not in a cage. Please set me free. I promise I will not harm you." The woodcutter hesitated. He remembered his dream of becoming rich. If he released the lion, he would lose the chance to earn a lot of money. But when he looked at the lion again, he saw pain and sadness in his eyes. The lion was not asking with anger, but with dignity. The woodcutter started feeling guilty. He thought about his children and the lessons he always taught them. He had always told them to be kind and honest. But now he realized that his greed had made him do something cruel. His heart began to change. After thinking for a long time, the woodcutter slowly walked toward the cage. His hands were shaking as he unlocked the wooden door. The cage opened. The lion stepped out slowly and stretched his powerful body. For a moment, the woodcutter was very afraid. He thought the lion might attack him, but the lion did not attack. Instead, the lion walked a few steps away and then turned around to face the woodcutter. His golden eyes looked calm and wise. "You trapped me because of greed, but you freed me because of kindness. I will remember your kindness. I promise that neither I nor any animal of this forest will harm you or your family. Whenever you come to this forest, you will be safe." The woodcutter felt great relief. His fear disappeared, and he felt peace in his heart. The lion gave one last proud roar and then disappeared into the deep forest, free once again. From that day on, the woodcutter never allowed greed to control his heart again. He continued cutting wood and selling it in the city just as before. His life was still simple, but he was happy because he knew he had done the right thing. Whenever he walked through the forest, he felt safe. Sometimes, in the distance, he would hear the powerful roar of the lion. Instead of fear, it reminded him of an important lesson. The woodcutter had learned that kindness and mercy are far more valuable than money. And so, the poor woodcutter continued living his honest life, respected by everyone in the village, while the lion ruled the forest in freedom and strength.